So breaking down a couple penny stocks to keep an eye on as we head into the end of June here, end of the month. Some stocks that are running up big recently the last couple weeks, and keeping an eye on these stocks. I'll break it down, some of the moves, some of the charts, and what you should be looking out for in this video. So the first stock we're talking about is MARA. Traded this one today. It ran up pretty big the last couple of weeks. The last couple of days, actually. MARA. You can see here on the daily chart, MARA jumping up from the 12-cent area now up to 54 cents. Looks like it has some news and moving up higher. You can see resistance ahead there at the 61 area previously, and then 90 cents kind of being the next big resistance. And then looking at the 5-minute chart here, you can see today MARA jumping up from that 35-cent area up to 50-cent area after hours. So big move there on traded this one at the 50-cent break this morning. Got a little bit of a move. It pulled back pretty hard, but then the rest of the day it moved higher all the way up into close there, and then after hours up at 57. Possible break out tomorrow, looking at this 57-cent area. So possible breakout for MARA above 60 cents. Keep an eye on this one, having some support there, the 50-cent area for now, kind of mental support, 50 cents, half dollar area. So keep an eye on this one at the 50-cent area, possibly getting it for a dip. It'll really depend on what happens pre-market volume, watching it. It didn't trade a ton of shares pre-market today, so going to be watching open tomorrow to see what happens. Might get a squeeze higher here. It really depends on how crazy the shorts want to try to hold this one down, or if the bulls just give up and it wants to start crashing. So keep an eye on this one at that 50-cent area tomorrow for a possible move higher. And like I said, looking for that move above 61 cents being kind of a breakout area for that move up to 90 cents. A possible 30-cent move there on this kind of gap in the chart here on the daily. Down here in April to that 60-cent area from 90 cents. So if it gets up to that 90-cent area, possibly move above 90 cents up to $1.10, $1.20 area. So really keep an eye on this one. MARA up 61% today, 32 million shares traded here, running up from open at 36-cent area all the way up to 57 close. It had a little spike here at open, pulled back, and then the rest of the day just trended higher. Yeah, nice move there on MARA. Another stock to keep an eye on is AVEO. Also traded this one this morning. This one jumped up from $1.30 there at 9:30 all the way up here to $2.11. So big move there on AVEO. It pulled back down to this $1.60 area and then ran back up to high of day there at $2.11. So keep an eye on this one above $2.11 for a possible move higher. Not a ton of previous resistance close by, so this could possibly want to move, $2.50, $3 area. So keep an eye on this one, staying there above $2. Above $2 would be nice and bullish. A lot of volume today, has 68 million shares traded, so we want to see the same amount of volume tomorrow or more volume. You can see in the morning had a huge spike in volume, and then the volume kind of died the rest of the day, but then it found some support there, $1.60 area, and then moved higher back above that $2 area. So really keep an eye on that. Looks like some nice support there at $1.75 for now, so maybe it pulls back to $1.75 tomorrow morning and then wants to move higher, but I wouldn't want to enter this unless it really gets down there and shows some support at the $1.75 area. Really looking to get in here, maybe above $2.11 tomorrow, above this previous high today. It got up there to $2.11, then crashed down pretty fast. You can see here on the 1-minute chart, it really to $2.11 pretty quickly and then pulled back pretty hard all the way down here at $1.85. Had a little bit of spike and then kept crashing. Found some support there, the $1.60 area, and then moved higher up to that $2.11 again after hours. So keep an eye on MARA tomorrow and AVEO for possible moves. This one up 62%, MARA also up big, 60% today. And you can see AVEO jumping up from in May, it was at 57 cents. It got stuck there at the 90-cent area, pulled back, and then to this morning really gapping up big and moving higher. We traded this one this morning a couple times, made some good profits. I didn't get in until a little bit later there at $2 break and got like a 4-cent move on it. But overall, making some money. AVEO making a nice move there, and keep an eye on this one for a possible dip buy at $1.75 or possibly going short if it really wants to crash down. I think a lot of people are going to short this one if it starts crashing and try to drive it lower. If it wants to squeeze, it might squeeze up above that $2.50 to $3 area, kind of being mental resistance there, $2.50 and $3 area. Like I said, not a ton of previous resistance recently, so this has kind of a clear breakout for a little bit, and we'll see where it goes tomorrow depending on volume and price action. So looking for that $2 area to hold there on AVEO.